You're irrelevant. You're totally irrelevant. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody really cares, at least in the grand scheme of things. But that's actually a really important point here because it's not just you that are irrelevant. I'm irrelevant as well. We're all going to just be in dust. It doesn't really matter all that much. The point being is that I think we live in a society, oh gosh, I'm 20 seconds in, I've already said that word, that tends to glorify people that want to be known. They just want to be known. And sometimes they're not even known for any of the right things. Look at politics, TV shows, social media. A lot of times some of the more well-known people are some of the worst people. Even the competitors that we often glorify in sports and other things are just horrific human beings. Ultimately, it feels like everything is a cry for attention right now. Everyone wants their one moment of fame. Even kids these days, like everyone wants the job of being a streamer and a YouTuber. And I realize the irony of me making that statement, but maybe that's why I'm the most qualified person here to talk about that. Because even though I'm still a relatively minor celebrity here, I don't even qualify, I think, to even have the title celebrity, right? I can tell you that ultimately there's short-term satisfaction about seeing a video pop up of reaching 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. But ultimately, you compare yourself to people that are even higher up and you're like, man, what's the point, right? Everything's relative. And I guarantee you that people that are at those highest level, and I've met and spoken with people that are much bigger content creators than I am, they're not necessarily better people. They're not necessarily smarter or happier or more successful in it, and depending on the way that you define it. Ultimately, the things that I enjoy the most in my life are things that really don't have any relevance to my relevance at all. In fact, the things that are just everyday life. I've got a week off coming up. I'm going to go see my grandfather. I'm going to go hang out with my dad for his birthday. I'm going to watch some movies. I'm going to play some Ultimate Frisbee. I'm going to get a new board game. And I'm going to read a lot of books. I'm going to do some gardening outside, take some walks with my wife, and probably play a lot of guitar and probably get some extra sleep. Guys, that's going to be the highlight of my year. And there's moments like recently I had the interview with Alec Dawson. I was like, man, my name's getting out there. But it's funny how I remember having that same feeling just even being invited to the content creator Discord, right? And I was like, oh man, I get to go to LA and that was fun and all. But when I think about LA, I wasn't excited about, what's funny is I'm not even I don't get any sort of dopamine or excitement out of being invited to go to LA anymore. It's just whatever. I've come to accept that, right? What I miss is I miss staying up till 3 a.m. in the stupid hotel lobby playing cards with some of the other guys and girls there. It was really fun. That was the best part of the event for me. Obviously, getting to see all the new exciting stuff was fun, but I just really enjoyed the memories I made with some of those people and getting to hang out with those people and the time that I got to spend with those people. And I think in our search for relevance, the irony is that we lose the quality of the time. We're pursuing relevance at the expense of the relevance of what we're doing right now. For example, if you're pursuing relevance, you might be ironically losing the relevance of today. Today's relevance is the meaning that it gives to you and the meaning of the people that are around you right now. How are you making today relevant for other people? Because if I look up relevant right now, let's look up relevant. Relevant means closely connected, appropriate to what is being done or considered, appropriate at the current time. What is appropriate for you right now? What do you need to be putting your time into right now? And you're not going to be a happier person the more relevant you are. You're not going to be a stronger, more individual. You're not going to be more proud of yourself. You're not going to be enjoying the process by being relevant. And I also ironically think that with the exception of some people, a lot of the success that we see from relevant people, the good type of relevant people, maybe I'll qualify that, is not because they even pursued to become relevant in the first place. I didn't really try what tiny little success that I have. I didn't go out of my way to become relevant through my content. I definitely tried to become relevant with my YouTube titles. I definitely try to become relevant with what tags I'm including. But ultimately, I just wanted to make good content. I just wanted to talk about things that I liked talking about. I just liked trying to solve Overwatch. When I turn off the camera, I go in the shower and I think about, Overwatch or playing, and I get excited about that stuff. I'm often more excited about the concept or the project of a video than I am about the views and the results. In fact, some of my most proud projects really didn't do that well or add me any relevance, but they were relevant to me. And that's why I enjoyed them so much. And so to me, if you're really pursuing social relevance, you need to understand, first off, what an empty husk that is. And if you're going to pursue that empty husk, at least have the dignity of filling it with something, of something that you are passionate about, something that you enjoy. Because not only are you more likely to actually succeed if you actually try to become relevant in something that you actually enjoy, that's something that actually holds relevance to your interests, but also, at least if you fail, you'll fail doing something that you enjoy. All right, I failed at so many things in my life, but I don't have too many regrets because I have tried to stick by my ideals and doing what I enjoyed doing. So even though it didn't end up panning out, okay, that's kind of a bummer. I have a couple of old YouTube projects. You can go back to my older YouTube videos, some of the editing projects that just didn't go anywhere at all. But I had fun making them, and and I watched the final product and enjoyed the final product. Maybe that's egotistical, but I don't care. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I made it for me, right? And that to me is like what ultimately needs to be adding relevance to your life. Guys, I'm no different than you are. You're no different than any big streamer, politician, anybody. The only thing that they may have on you is maybe they got relevant by being really good at something. But even being really good at something doesn't necessarily make you more relevant. Some of the most well-adjusted, happy, inspiring people that I know are not really particularly good at anything. They're just good at a little bit of everything, and they're just good human beings. And I think that that's the much more admirable thing that we should be aspiring to be like. And I hope that if nothing else, that my channel has helped you guys to try to do that more, try to be more of that in your own lives, because I think that, I could lean more into certain types of content, but ultimately, like, for me, it's like I have to feel like I'm having some sort of an impact, because that's what's relevant to me, and you need to be doing what's relevant to you. So, good luck making your YouTube videos and doing your Twitch streams. Everyone wants to be the center of attention. That is the nature of our humanity. We strive for glory. Maybe I'll make a video about that sometime. And I think that's great. I think that's great when channeled in healthy ways. So pursue what you want to pursue, but pursue what you want to pursue because you enjoy the process and you enjoy what you're doing. Don't pursue it for the sake of relevance. Being relevant, everybody's going to be irrelevant in a matter of time. We're all going to fade to dust. People are not going to remember who you are, what you did. Even some of the most historical figures of all time have lost relevance. We don't talk about them as much. They're thousands and thousands of years ago, and they're only fading to time. And even if that's the case, do you think those people are around on Earth enjoying the relevance that they have? Do you think King Tutankhamun gives a flying fart that people are still talking about him right now? So, all we are is dust in the wind, at least on this earth, and our relevance to this earth is ecclesiastically irrelevant. You are irrelevant. We're all irrelevant. Do what's relevant for you right now. Enjoy every day. Enjoy the time you spend with family, the time you spend with friends. Enjoy the hard work that you put in. There's a lot of joy to be found here. This is not meant to be a depressing video. There's a lot of joy to be found in what we do in a day-to-day life. And you can miss that joy if you're pursuing relevance at the sake of everything else. Okay, that's all.